Info Plus for genuine information.
नमस्कार, यहाँहरूलाई कार्यक्रममा स्वागत छ। दर्शकवृन्द, कार्यक्रम मार्फत हामीले निरन्तर रूपमा खास गरी नेपाल बाहिर हामीले नेपालमा पढेको सर्टिफिकेट अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय रूपमा कसरी बिक्न सक्छ र बिक्नुपर्छ भन्ने आवाजलाई यो कार्यक्रम मार्फत मुखरित गर्दै आएका छौँ। र दर्शकवृन्द, तपाईहरूले हामीले नियमित रूपमा फिडब्याक्स दिनुभएको छ र यो विषयवस्तु उठान गरिदिनुहोस् भन्ने यहाँहरूले हामीलाई सुझाव समेत दिँदै आउनु भएको छ र त्यो सुझावलाई कदर गर्दै हामीले त्यस्तै विषयवस्तुहरू समेत तपाईहरू समक्ष उठाउँदै आएका छौँ।
Info Plus for genuine information.
आज एउटा सन्दर्भ परेको छ। LCCI नेपालले स्कटिश क्वालिफिकेशन्स अथोरिटीसँग टाइअप गरी यसका कोर्सहरूलाई अफिसियली नेपालमा सञ्चालन गर्ने सम्झौता समेत गर्न लागेको छ र यस सन्दर्भमा हामीले आधिकारिक रूपमा त्यसका कोर्सहरू कस्तो रहेको छन् र नेपालमा त्यो कोर्स सञ्चालन भइसकेपछि नेपाली विद्यार्थी तथा अभिभावकहरूले के फाइदा पाउन सक्छन् भन्ने विषयमा केन्द्रित रहेर एउटा विशेष कुराकानी गर्न लागिरहेका छौँ। र यो कुराकानीको लागि आज हामीले निम्त्याएका छौँ दुईजना अतिथिज्यूलाई। उहाँहरूको म संक्षिप्त परिचय दिन चाहन्छु। सर्वप्रथम उहाँ हुनुहुन्छ LCCI नेपालका जनरल म्यानेजर, स्किल्स टु अर्न नामक संस्थाका म्यानेजिङ डिरेक्टर रोशन राठी। यु आर वेलकम। लेट मी वेलकम Margaret Curran, International Regional Manager, South Asia, Scottish Qualification Authority. You are also welcome in my show.
Many thanks. Pleasure to be here.
My first question is, would you mind to highlight about Scottish Qualifications Authority in details?
Certainly. My organisation has been involved in developing qualifications and qualification systems for over 100 years in Scotland, but also working in the greater international scene for the last 20 plus years. And we are best known in Scotland for developing and assessing and certificating all qualifications at schools level, college level and professional level. So we have been doing that very successfully as the national awarding body of Scotland. We're a quite unique entity in the regard that we are sponsored by the Scottish Government and work as a not-for-profit, non-public departmental body. And we also act as the regulator, so we're the accreditation body who approve and monitor the quality assurance of other independent bodies working alongside us in Scotland.
Margaret, actually, through my television, so we are talking about so many, qualifications and awarding bodies. So even we are receiving hundreds of questions about it. So in fact, would you mind to make my viewers clear that what is Scottish Qualifications Authority in fact?
Well, the Scottish Qualifications Authority is an awarding body, so we're responsible for providing good quality, high quality qualifications and working with partners to support them in certificating and recognising their own qualifications as well. So we provide joint certification for other organisations' qualifications, which we then also quality assure, and we're doing that worldwide.
What kind of track record you have, in terms of talking about the success stories while providing your courses in various parts of the world?
Well, I think we're best known for our work in China, where we've been working for some 11 years now on delivering and qualifying and certificating our higher national diplomas. And that's a project that we've been doing directly with the Scottish and Chinese governments. And we also work throughout the Middle East and also South and Southeast Asia. So we have centres approved to deliver our qualifications in India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Malaysia, all over the world really.
But not in Nepal at the moment.
Well, not in Nepal, but very pleased to be here because our very new partnership with LCCI Nepal provides us with an opportunity to understand what the country needs in terms of qualifications and skills development. And my role in working with LCCI Nepal is to provide a range of certifications and quality assurance behind those certifications that gives young people a passport, a currency if you like, to help them get on the next stages of their own learning journey into further education or into employment or to seek employment overseas. So we do a whole set of different things. but also very importantly because of our work with governments, it's for me to understand what are the priorities of the government here in Nepal for helping develop skills and helping their own education policy development. And as part of my visit, I'm taking place in the UK Trade Mission, which begins on the 2nd of June. So I'm very fortunate to have the opportunity, I hope, to meet with government ministers and other stakeholders to try and understand what it is that the priorities are for the country so that we can provide the right kind of services and qualifications that will help young people develop their own potential.
Roshan, so actually, you know Nepal, you know the need of Nepalese students as well. What do you think personally, while bringing this kind of courses from SQA in Nepal, what is the reason behind this and what kind of benefits Nepalese students will get here in Nepal?
Right. You see, one of the benefits of working with SQA is we can customize our programs, we can develop programs right here in Nepal. As you rightly mentioned, the need of Nepal may be completely different than maybe other countries. So we have developed some programs which are required here in the colleges for Nepalese students. And we have got quality assured them by SQA. So it means these are programs made in Nepal, made by a Nepali company, but it is quality assured by an internationally accredited organization, that is SQA. So it would be a joint certification where there would be SQA's authenticity on that certificate. However, the ownership of the program remains with us. So it no longer remains an international program actually. It is a Nepalese company owned program with international accreditation. So that actually answers your question that these are programs purely made considering the Nepalese requirement.
This is completely designed by LCCI Nepal.
Absolutely.
But quality is assured by Scottish Qualifications Authority.
Yes. In fact, you see, this is for the first time, I would say, that something like this has happened in Nepal.
LCCI is only one organization, which is the authentic organization to run SQA courses here in Nepal?
We are actually the first organization which has been approved by Scottish Qualification Authority to do these programs. And you see, it is not that we can only do customized program. What we have done is we have developed programs, got them assured by them, but then in future there can be many wide range of programs which we can bring, because SQA is it's a very big awarding body. There are many programs ranging from management to hospitality management to general management to finance, bookkeeping, accounting, or for that matter even programs like soft skills and other programs. So there are a wide range of programs from certificate level to diplomas and higher national diplomas. So we could always kind of offer those programs here in Nepal.
Will you concentrate your programs only in Kathmandu, or the territory will be in a bigger scale all over the Nepal?
Right. I think it's very important for us to focus outside Kathmandu because the penetration of education, good quality education, has to reach beyond the boundaries of Kathmandu. That's very important. That is why we have a center in Chitwan, we have a center in Pokhara, we have a center in Butwal, and we have a center in Birganj. Now, we have got some 9 partners here in Kathmandu who work with us, and then 4 outside Kathmandu. So altogether we have 13 partners currently. However, we are clearly focusing ourselves on ensuring that we kind of develop these programs and expand these programs all across Nepal. That I think would be the biggest achievement if we could do that in next 3 to 4 years time.
Okay, so let me draw your attention, both of you, about today's function. What will happen today?
I'm just thrilled to be here to have the opportunity to meet with and speak to some of LCCI's existing centres and partners, and also prospective students and prospective partners as well. The audience there will learn a little bit about SQA, what our role and remit is, who we are and what we do, and what we're hoping to do here working in partnership with LCCI Nepal.
Today's program is a milestone program for us because today is the launching day for SQA programs, and this is for the first time that Scottish programs are coming to Nepal. This will be the first time. In today's function we will have different people from different colleges. Approximately we will have representatives from around 40 different institutions. And today we will also organize a panel discussion between the corporate sector and the academic sector. The topic of the panel discussion would be improving education quality in Nepal. And this panel discussion would eventually be minuted by LCCI Nepal, and we will prepare a report of it. And this will be circulated to all the colleges as to what is the missing link and how can we develop. We know that these kind of things have been happening, but it is just that we want to understand the need of the market from the academic perspective as well as from the corporate sector, and we want to develop our institution as a bridging gap between the gaps of the two.
We have great discussion, long discussion, never-ending discussion about quality education, and while talking about the certificates the Nepalese universities are providing to the students, that they are only receiving or only getting certificates, not not practical skills, not at least while having certificates they have to utilize their certificates in the global market, so that while bringing your course here in Nepal, how does it assure to the students that after having your certificates they can be easily sellable in the market? Talking about the quality side.
Of course, absolutely, you're right. There's a lot of people that provide different forms of educational certificates. Exactly. What's the credibility in the market? That's my point. I think it's a very good question, a very good point. What young people want is something credible that will actually equip them with not just the knowledge but the actual skills that can take them into their next stage of learning if they choose to go on to further study, or into the job marketplace, whether here in Nepal or internationally overseas. As an internationally recognised awarding body, we have the track record and we have the credibility to know that the qualifications and the certificates that we produce are that, if you like, seal, that stamp of credibility and currency for those qualifications. For any organisation doing customised programmes, such as LCCI Nepal, they go through a very vigorous and rigorous approval process. And we also have the opportunity to work together with the organisation, whereby we can provide subject experts to review the qualifications, to know that what they are actually going to be assessed on is actually going to equip them with those skills and knowledge that will make them employable. Because that's really now what people and young people need. They need education and certification that's going to give them that credibility and that opportunity to develop their own potential. And it's interesting you asking that, because I think one of the factors in the education market here in Nepal that I know that your new education minister, I'm sure, will be looking at, is how to regulate the marketplace. How can we ensure that young people are getting the qualifications and certifications that they deserve? Exactly. And that's a very important point, and I think that needs regulation in the market. I think that needs ensuring quality standards at the national as well as the international level, and that, I hope, is something that I will have an opportunity to discuss as part of the trade visit later in the week.
Great. Okay. I think you will give fruitful advice to the minister as well. If you get privileged to meet.
It's not advice, but it's just, I think, the opportunity to discuss and understand what are the needs of the education sector here in Nepal, and if there's an opportunity where we can provide some inputs, whether technical expertise or professional services, then we'd be only too delighted to be able to support the country in helping it gain its own standards.
See, when you're talking about quality, since this is a very important topic which is being discussed right now, there are two things to be noted here. Scottish Qualification Authority is a government-sponsored organization. Actually, the Scottish Qualification Authority's CEO would directly report to the Scotland's Education Minister. They report directly to the Parliament of Scotland. And Scottish the Scottish education system, is one of the oldest in the world. And since they are quality assuring, and if they are awarding programs, it has to be good because they have that over 100 years of standing in the market. And since they are directly from the government side, they cannot do things in a very easy and simple manner, or for that matter just awarding certificates without accrediting or without valuing any inputs of the candidates. So that is not going to happen, that is for sure. And another important thing is, Margaret was being modest, but then SQA has helped many countries all over to develop the education system.
Such as?
I mean, for example, developing the vocational qualification framework, which they have done for different countries. So there is a lot to learn for us, or for that matter for Nepalese education, to learn from companies like SQA and implement those best practices in Nepal. And that is what we are basically trying to do. You see, for us it would have been very easy. We could have gone with any awarding body and we could have done it. But then it may be a tough process, but then if it is backed by quality, it's always good for the society.
As you are especially focused, I said that you're focusing especially on South Asia region. Talking about the need of South Asian regions, previously also I asked you about the track records. What is the track record especially in the South Asian countries?
Well, our track record in terms of professional expertise and projects that we're involved in, at the moment we're supporting the development of a qualifications framework in India. And we're a partner in a very large project there. As you know, India is a huge country with a very complex and diverse range of federal states amongst it. But we are supporting them in the development of their framework for qualifications development. We've also in India been supported by implementing a project for introducing vocational skills for teacher training in some schools in India, and that's under a UKERI project which is administered by the UK government and the Indian government and is managed by British Council. So we have just come to the end of a one-year project with the National Accreditation Board for Education and Training in India to implement this training for school teachers to help them introduce how to develop vocational skills in the school sector. So there are two small examples of what we're doing in South Asia, and other examples that I might be able to quote you would be, we helped develop the entire vocational education system and quality assurance system in Botswana over the last 12 years, and we're currently doing a lot of work in Saudi Arabia, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, to help develop national occupational standards and also to help develop qualifications for the vocational skills colleges that are being currently established in the country.
For better understanding of my viewers, can you further elaborate about the courses? What kind of courses,
Well, our courses are very varied. We have, as part of our portfolio, some 30,000 different modules of learning. And those different modules of learning go into a number of different qualifications. So we go from schools level up to postgraduate level qualifications, short programs, 2-year full-time programs. We cover every possible sector that you can think about. In Pakistan, for example, we are looking at supporting the Ministry of Higher Education in the development of their new knowledge park that they are planning to develop and establish in the country. And some of the key areas of interest for them lie in hydroelectric and renewable energy systems and developing those. And I know that that will be something that will be of interest here in Nepal, given its geography and given the different opportunities that there are to explore and develop sources of power and increased power. So that's just sort of one example, but our sectors are very, very wide.
Let's discuss about Nepalese context. What kind of programs that you are planning to deliver here in Nepal?
Okay. In the first phase, we are going to, you see, whatever programs we are going to bring to Nepal, SQA has many programs. So so we are just trying to go phase wise. In the first phase, what we are doing is we are launching 3 different levels of soft skills program. Because what we have realized is in schools and colleges, you see, we are not a college and we are not even a training center. We are a training and certification company. So we work in partnership with these colleges, and we are going to launch some soft skills programs, for +2 level students, for bachelor level students, and for master's level students. For example, for +2 level students, we have this life skills for adolescents program. Okay. For bachelor level programs, we have personal development, and for master's level student who will be graduating and then going for employment, we have a skills for employment program. Okay, these are the 3 different soft skills programs. And then we are also going to launch hospitality management programs. You see, because our country, you know, there is a lot of scope in hospitality. We all talk about it, and there are many people who go abroad. So hospitality programs are one programs which can be really sellable in the market and good for the students also. So we will have 6-month certificate in hospitality, 1-year diploma in hospitality, and 2-year advanced diploma in hospitality programs. And these are all clubbed together with practical internships which they can do here or even abroad.
I think I have to utilize this time by asking them, what is your further plan? Do you have any sort of plan that you want to extend this program in other parts of the country, beyond the boundaries?
Not just within the country, let me tell you. In today's function also, we have guests coming in from Malaysia and India also.
My question is justified.
Yeah.
That's why.
So not within Nepal. We will of course do it all across Nepal. That is our plan. That is why we have partners in different cities.
Okay.
So as I already mentioned, we have got 9 centers in Kathmandu and 4 outside Kathmandu in 4 different cities. We will be taking these programs on international platform also. Okay. So these programs would now be taken to India, the northeast of India, and we have almost on the verge of finalization with a Malaysian organization where we will be launching these programs in Malaysia also. See, because these programs are made by us, customized by us, and then accredited by SQA, we have that liberty to take these programs abroad. So in one sense, you can also say this is exporting of Nepalese education to international
expertise
boundaries.
Also.
Absolutely, absolutely.
How optimistic you are about today's ice-breaking ceremony? That you are going to tie up with LCCI Nepal, and I wish all the best that your course will be really helpful to Nepalese students and parents. But personally, how optimistic you are?
I am very optimistic, and I'm very optimistic for 2 reasons. I think there is a very good number of people going to be coming along to the event this evening, and also my visit is coinciding with the first UK trade mission to Nepal that's being led by a UK government minister, and one of the key strands of that visit is on education. And I don't think that the UK government would be doing that if they did not believe that the significant importance of education development in Nepal, and about the demand and interest for providing good quality education and good quality certifications in Nepal. So I'm very optimistic and just very thrilled to be here.
Okay. Finally, any messages to our viewers from your side?
Yeah. LCCI in coming days and coming years, we would help colleges in developing their education standards. Eventually, the beneficiaries would be the students. Those students who do LCCI certification or LCCI diploma programs, it is guaranteed that they would have better skills, they would have international quality certification with them, and this is something which is the need of the hour. We are here to help the education system, we are here to help the youth of the country, and we wish that we continue to do a good job.
Okay, all the best from our side, and thank you so much for your valuable time and information.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
दर्शकवृन्द, आजको कार्यक्रममा हामीले एउटा विशेष बहस गर्यौं र पक्कै पनि यो बहस यहाँहरुको लागि फ्रुटफुल भयो होला भन्ने अपेक्षा हामीले राखेका छौं। जाँदा जाँदै यहाँहरुसँग आजको कार्यक्रममा हामीले बहस गरेको विषयवस्तुको बारेमा केही सल्लाह सुझाव र अन्य फिडब्याक्सको लागि यहाँहरुले हामीलाई प्रतिक्रिया दिन सक्नुहुनेछ। यति भन्दै आगामी कार्यक्रममा अर्को एउटा विशेष एपिसोडको साथमा पुनः उपस्थित हुनेछौँ। तबसम्मको लागि सम्पूर्ण युनिट सहित मलाई समेत बिदा दिनुहोस्। नमस्कार।